Welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University School of Sciences, SOS. Postgraduate Certificate in Geoinformatics, PGCGI. MGY002 Remote Sensing and Image Interpretation. Block 1 Introduction to Remote Sensing. Unit 1 Principles of Remote Sensing, 1.1 Introduction. In MGY001, you have been introduced to geoinformatics, concepts of geospatial data including maps and mapping. You also got an overview of applications of geoinformatics. Now you will study the three main components of geoinformatics, i.e. remote sensing, GIS and GPS. In this course you will be introduced to remote sensing while the latter two would be covered in MGY003. In this unit you would be introduced to the concept and basic principles of remote sensing. Remote sensing works on the basis of electromagnetic radiation, EMR, hence, the characteristics of EMR and the governing radiation laws would also be discussed. Objectives. After studying this unit you should be able to define remote sensing, list out major landmarks in the history of remote sensing, mention the components of remote sensing, describe electromagnetic energy and its properties, explain electromagnetic spectrum and its major divisions, and discuss important radiation laws governing remote sensing. 1.2 Remote sensing. Remote sensing can be broadly defined as the process of sensing, i.e. acquiring information, from distance. It is formally defined as the science or technique of obtaining information about objects on surface of the earth, without physically coming into direct contact with them. The process of remote sensing involves making observations and recording radiation coming from earth features by sensors such as cameras, scanners, radiometers, etc. These sensors are mounted in platforms, such as helicopters, aeroplane, space shuttle and satellites, located at a particular altitude above the Earth's surface. We can relate our eyes functioning as a sensor which record information about the objects without touching them. And the brain is like a data storage as well as data processing device, which stores, processes and creates image of the objects. However, remote sensing includes not only what is visual, but also what can't be seen with the eyes. 1.2.1 Definition. There are a number of definitions of remote sensing and some of the most referred are given below. Sabins, 1978, has defined remote sensing as a method that employs electromagnetic energy such as light, heat, and radio waves as the means of detecting and measuring target characteristics. Further, he excludes electrical, magnetic, and gravity methods from remote sensing because they measure force fields rather than electromagnetic radiation. According to Lillesand and Kiefer, 1979, remote sensing is the science and art of obtaining useful information about an object, area or phenomenon through the analysis of data acquired by a device that is not in contact with the object, area, or phenomenon under investigation. Campbell, 2002, has defined remote sensing as the practice of deriving information about the Earth's land and water surfaces using images acquired from an overhead perspective, using electromagnetic radiation in one or more regions of the electromagnetic spectrum, reflected or emitted from the Earth's surface. According to the American Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing, ASPRS, remote sensing is the measurement or acquisition of information of some property of an object or phenomenon by a recording device that is not in physical or intimate contact with the object or phenomenon under study. Colwell, 1983. In 1988, ASPRS adopted a combined definition of photogrammetry and remote sensing which states that photogrammetry and remote sensing are the art, science and technology of obtaining reliable information about physical objects and the environment, through the process of recording, measuring and interpreting imagery and digital representations of energy patterns derived from non-contact sensor systems. Colwell, 1997. As you have noticed, some of the definitions refer to remote sensing as both an art and science. Let us now understand why it is called both art and science. Remote sensing is a science when information is extracted from remote sensing data using mathematical and statistical methods based on some scientific facts, whereas it is an art when the remote sensing data is analyzed using background or prior knowledge that cannot be measured and is obtained through experience. However, remote sensing analysts usually draw inferences from both the science and art of remote sensing analysis to derive information from remote sensing data. 1.2.2 Remote Sensing System. You now know that remote sensing is a tool for gathering information about objects at a distance. However, it is not just about a sensor or platform. There are several steps in remote sensing system as shown in Fig. 1.1. Look at the screen. Fig. 1.1. Basic components of remote sensing. A. Energy source. B. Energy. Interactions with the atmosphere and sensors. C. Interaction of EMR with Earth surface features. D. Detection of signals by the sensor. A. Transmission of remotely sensed data to ground stations, and F. Processing and utilization of the data. Information derived from remote sensing data is generally presented in the form of a map or table. Source of energy. A. The first and very important requirement for remote sensing is an energy source which provides electromagnetic energy to the Earth. It may be either from natural, e.g. solar radiation, or artificial, e.g. radar, sources. For remote sensing, sun's radiations are commonly used as a source of energy. Interaction of energy with the atmosphere. B. When energy travels from its source to the Earth's surface, it comes in contact with the Earth's atmosphere where it interacts with atmospheric constituents. The energy reflected from Earth's surface is received by remote sensors. In this process, the energy once again interacts with atmosphere. Interaction with Earth's surface features. C. Energy reaching the Earth surface through the atmosphere interacts with the Earth's surface features. The interaction and its outcome depend on the characteristics of the features and the energy. Recording of energy by the sensor. D. After interacting with Earth surface features, the reflected and emitted energy travels to the sensor, and the sensor records the reflected and emitted energy. Transmission, reception, and processing of the recorded signals. A. The energy recorded by the sensor is transmitted in the form of signals to receiving and processing station on the Earth. The signals are in electronic form and are processed and converted into an image. Utilization of the data. F. The processed image is interpreted and analyzed to extract information about the object of interest. The above-mentioned components comprise the remote sensing system and underline the importance of energy and its interaction with atmosphere and Earth features. 1.2.3 Advantages and limitations. After understanding the concept of remote sensing, let us now look at its advantages and limitations. Remote sensing has several advantages as listed below. It provides a synoptic view. It is a cost-effective means of data collection. It can provide data in wavelengths beyond the sensing capability of human eye. It can acquire data of inaccessible areas. It is an unobtrusive means of data collection which does not change characteristics of the object or phenomenon being observed. It provides historical data sets which is useful to know characteristics of an object in a given point of time in past. Advantages of remote sensing have been oversold, and despite having several advantages, remote sensing has following limitations. It is sometimes found that appropriate data is not available or easily acquired, particularly in the tropical regions where cloud cover obstructs acquisition of image because not all sensors can see through cloud. Remote sensing equipments can become uncalibrated with time, resulting into errors in data collected. 1.3 History of remote sensing. Let us now get an idea about historical developments of remote sensing. The era of remote sensing is considered to have begun in 1858 when a balloonist, G. Tunishon, alias Nadar, took photographs of Paris from his balloon. Later, messenger pigeons, kites, aeroplanes, rockets and unmanned balloons were also used for early imaging. However, history of remote sensing can be linked with the development and understanding of optics and aeronautics. Aristotle, 300 BC, is credited with the first experiments on optics. Galileo Galilei, 1609, and Sir Isaac Newton, 1666, scientifically explained optics and spectrometry. The systematic aerial photography began during the World War I for military surveillance and reconnaissance purposes. During World War I, aeroplanes were used on a large scale for these purposes as the aeroplanes were proved more reliable and stable platforms for Earth observation than balloons. However, the important developments of aerial photography and photo interpretation took place during World War II. During this time span, the development of other imaging systems such as near-infrared photography, thermal sensing and radar also took place. The development of artificial satellites in the later half of the 20th century allowed remote sensing to progress to a global scale. As a consequence, various Earth resources, e.g. Landsat, and weather, e.g. Nimbus, satellites and more recent missions such as RadarSat and UARS provided global measurements of various data for civil, research, and military purposes. Table 1.1 gives a brief historical overview of development in the remote sensing technology. Space probes to other planets have also provided the opportunity to conduct remote sensing studies in extraterrestrial environments. Synthetic aperture radar aboard the Magellan spacecraft provided detailed topographic maps of Venus, while instruments aboard SOHO allowed studies to be performed on the Sun and the solar wind, just to name a few examples. Table 1.1 Major milestones in the history of remote sensing. Year milestones: 1800 Discovery of infrared by Sir W. Herschel. 1801 Theory of the perception of the color by Thomas Young. 1839 Beginning of practice of photography. 1859 Photography from balloons. 1873 Description of electromagnetic spectrum by J. C. Maxwell. 1909 Photography from airplanes. 1916 Aerial reconnaissance during the World War I. 1935 Development of radar in Germany. 1940 Applications of non-visible part of electromagnetic spectrum during World War II. 1959 First space photograph of the Earth by Explorer 6. 1960 Launch of the first TIROS meteorological satellite. 1970 Skylab remote sensing observations from the space. 1972 Launch of the first Earth resource satellite, Landsat 1. 1972 Rapid advances in digital image processing. 1982 Launch of new generation of Landsat sensors, LANDSAT-4. 1986 Launch of French Earth observation satellite, Spot 1. 1986 Development of hyperspectral sensors. 1990 Development of high-resolution spaceborne systems. 1995 Launch of RadarSat. 1998 Advancements towards low-cost one-goal satellite missions. 1999 Launch of Modus Terra EOS, Landsat 7 ETM in Earth observation satellites by commercial space agencies, IKONOS. 2000 Launch of SRTM. 2002 Launch of ENVI-SAT, SPOT-5 and Launch of Modus Aqua. 2006 Launch of RADARSAT-2. It would be appropriate here to also list major milestones in the history of Indian remote sensing as given in Table 1.2. Table 1.2 Major milestones in the history of Indian remote sensing. Source: http://isro.org/satellites/allsatellites.aspx. Year milestones: 1921 Use of aerial photography. 1962 Establishment of a rocket launching station. 1972 Establishment of the Department of Space. 1975 Launch of the first Indian satellite, Aryabhatta. 1979 launch of the Earth observation satellite, Bhaskara. 1982 launch of INSAT-1A. 1988 launch of the first Indian remote sensing satellite program, IRS-1A. 1991 launch of IRS-1B. 1994 launch of IRSP-2. 1995 launch of INSAT-2C. 1997 launch of IRS-1D. 1999 launch of OCEANSAT-1, IRSP-4. 2001 launch of the GSAT-1 and Technology Evaluation Satellite, TES. 2002 launch of Kalpana, METSAT. 2003 launch of RESOURCESAT-1, IRSP-6. 2005 launch of CARTOSAT-1, IRSP-6. 2007 launch of CARTOSAT-2. 2008 launch of Chandrayaan-1. 2009 launch of ANUSAT, OCEANSAT-2 and RISAT-2. 2010 launch of CARTOSAT-2B. 2011 launch of YOUTHSAT, RESOURCESAT-2 and Megha Tropicus. Recent developments include, beginning in the 1960s and 1970s, with the development of computer processing of satellite images. Following the successful demonstration flights of Bhaskara-1 and Bhaskara-2 satellites, launched in 1979 and 1981, respectively, India began to develop the indigenous Indian Remote Sensing Satellite, IRAS, series of satellites to support the national economy in the areas of agriculture, water resources, forestry and ecology, geology, marine fisheries and coastal management. Data from the IRAS series is received and disseminated by several countries all over the world. With the advent of high-resolution satellites, new applications in the areas of urban sprawl, infrastructure planning and other large-scale applications for mapping have been initiated. The IRAS series of satellites is the largest constellation of remote sensing satellites for civilian use in operation today in the world. These satellites are placed in polar sun synchronous orbit and provide data in a variety of spatial, spectral and temporal resolutions. In the next section, you will be introduced to the various sources of the electromagnetic energy and their characteristics. 1.4 Electromagnetic radiation and its properties. The most familiar form of electromagnetic radiation, EMR, is visible light. We see the world around us with the help of information reaching to our eyes. The sense associated with eyes is known as sight or vision and is stimulated by light. Eyes convert the incoming light into electrical signals and convey them to brain, which creates picture, image in our mind after processing. Similarly, as discussed in the last section, sensors record energy which has interacted with Earth's surface features. This energy serves as the main communication link between the sensor and the object. In this section, we will discuss about the electromagnetic energy and its properties. As you know, energy is the ability to do work. When a work is carried out, energy is transferred from one body to another or from one place to another. These energy transfers take place in three ways, i.e. conduction, convection, and which occurs when one body transfers its kinetic energy to another by colliding with it. Heating and boiling of water in a bowl is the example of convection, in which the kinetic energy of water molecules is transferred from one place to another by physical movement of the molecules. Heating of an iron rod at one end and transfer of heat to the other end of the rod is an example of conduction, where an energy transfer takes place by direct contact. Another way of energy transfer takes place in the form of electromagnetic radiation. When you feel heat despite standing away from a fire is an example of radiation. Unlike conduction and convection, radiation does not require a medium to transfer energy through. Radiant energy is defined as the energy carried by electromagnetic radiation. And you should remember that Everything that has a temperature above absolute zero radiates energy. For remote sensing, Sun is the source of electromagnetic radiation, EMR. The Sun may be assumed to be a black body with surface temperature around 6000 kelvins. When Sun is used as an energy source for remote sensing, it is known as passive remote sensing, but when artificial source of electromagnetic energy is used, it is known as active remote sensing. Examples of active remote sensing are radar and LiDAR. It would be useful here to understand the basic properties of EMR because electromagnetic energy forms the basic source for remote sensing. 1.4.1 Electromagnetic radiation models. To explain the nature of EMR and its propagation through space and its interaction with matter, two different models, i.e. wave model and particle model, have been given. A. Particle model of electromagnetic energy. The particle model of electromagnetic energy was given by Sir Isaac Newton in 1704. According to this theory, light behaves as a stream of particles or corpuscles and travels in straight line. He also knew that light had wave-like characteristics based on his experiments. Following are the properties of the particle model of electromagnetic energy. Light travels in straight lines. Light can be reflected. Light can travel through a vacuum. B. Wave model of electromagnetic energy. The wave model was formulated by Maxwell in 1862. According to this theory, light travels like a wave which has electric and magnetic fields. This model is able to explain phenomena such as propagation, dispersion, reflection, refraction and interference of electromagnetic waves. Eventually, work of some scientists seemed to point out that there were aspects of light that could be explained more clearly using a wave model. C. Wave-particle duality. Scientists like Huygens, 1690, and Young, 1804, had given definite proof that light behaves like a wave. Planck and Einstein showed that light must be a particle. It seems as though one must be right and the other wrong. Both aspects, wave and particle, make up light at the same time. This leads us to the current way of describing light, the model known as wave-particle duality. Wave-particle duality postulates that all matter exhibits both wave and particle properties. Albert Einstein was able to come up with a solution as long as he assumed that energy came in little pieces, called quanta. This led Einstein to come up with a theory that joined the idea of quanta to an explanation of light. This meant the light came in little pieces that were named photons. This also helped to explain the phenomenon called blackbody radiation. 1.4.2 Properties of EMR. Electromagnetic fields have many interesting properties. These properties make them very unique and enrich the science of remote sensing. Let us now discuss about these properties in brief. 3 characteristics of EMR, which are particularly important for understanding the concept of the remote sensing, are wavelength, amplitude and frequency. Wavelength is the distance over which the wave's shape repeats, Fig. 1.2. It is usually determined by considering the distance between consecutive corresponding points of the same phase, such as crests or troughs. It is measured in μm and denoted by Greek letter A. Frequency is the number of occurrences of a repeating event per unit time. Fig. 1.2. It is measured in Hz, Hz, and denoted by Greek letter I. Amplitude is the maximum extent of a vibration or oscillation. Fig. 1.2. Look at the screen. Fig. 1.2. Sinusoidal wave of A. Short wavelength, high frequency, and B. Long wavelength, low frequency. Some of the other properties of EMR are listed below. The electric A and magnetic F fields are always perpendicular to the direction of travel of the wave, as shown in Fig. 1.3. Thus, the wave is a transverse wave. The electric field is always perpendicular to the magnetic field. Fig. 1.3. Fig. 1.3. propagating electromagnetic M wave with speed c in x direction and electric and magnetic field corresponding to M wave source. The cross product of electric and magnetic fields always gives the direction of travel of the wave. The variations of fields are sinusoidal, so also are the transverse waves. Moreover, the fields vary with the same frequency and in phase with each other. Fig. 1.3. The speed, c, at which electromagnetic waves move in vacuum is 299,792,458 meters per second, approximately 3 times 108 meter per second. If you send a beam of light along an axis and ask your friends to measure its speed while they move at different speeds along that axis, either in the direction of the light or opposite it, they will all measure the same speed for the light. This result is amazing and very different from what would have been found if your friends had measured the speed of any other type of wave. For other waves, the speed of the observers relative to the wave would have affected their measurements. If you measure the travel time of a pulse of EMR from one point to another, you are not really measuring the speed of the EMR but rather the distance between those 2 points. The plane containing the A vectors is called the plane of oscillation of the wave, hence, the wave is said to be plane polarized in the y direction in Fig. 1.3, which shows an electromagnetic wave with vertical, linear, polarization. 1.4.3 Electromagnetic spectrum. As you have studied, EMR is a form of energy exhibiting wave-like behavior as it travels through space. EMR ranges from very high energy radiation such as gamma rays and X-rays through ultraviolet light, visible light, infrared radiation and microwaves to radio waves. The range of frequencies of EMR is known as electromagnetic spectrum, Fig. 1.4. You should note that the division of the electromagnetic spectrum is for practical use. The gamma rays and X-rays are potentially dangerous and also the ultraviolet light is powerful enough to cause sunburn. Human eyes use visible light to see objects. We can feel infrared radiation as heat. We employ microwaves in microwave ovens and radio waves are used for communications. All the types of EMR are waveforms which travel at the speed of light. The radiation can be defined in terms of either their wavelength or frequency. Shorter wavelength radiations, infrared or shorter, are generally described in terms of its wavelength, whereas longer wavelength radiations, microwave, etc., are generally described in terms of its frequency. In remote sensing, mostly visible, infrared and microwave bands are used. Fig. 1.4 shows the electromagnetic spectrum, which covers the wavelength, frequency, from 10 to 12 to 104 m, 1020 to 104 Hz. Table 1.3 gives details of nomenclature of microwave and radio wave frequencies used in remote sensing and Table 1.4 gives the information on microwave bands used in the microwave sensors. Look at the screen. Fig. 1.4 Electromagnetic spectrum with wavelength and frequency information of different spectrum bands. Table 1.3 Nomenclature of microwave and radio wave frequency. Table 1.4 Nomenclature of the microwave bands as used in the microwave sensors. 1.5 Electromagnetic radiation laws. Remote sensing is based on properties of electromagnetic energy. The properties of EMR interacting with matter are systematized in a simple set of rules called radiation laws, which define quantitative aspects of the properties of electromagnetic energy. These laws apply when the radiating body is what physicists call a blackbody radiator. So, before studying radiation laws, let us understand what a blackbody is. Generally, blackbody conditions apply when the radiator has very weak interaction with the surrounding environment and can be considered to be in a state of equilibrium. Although stars do not satisfy perfectly the conditions to be blackbody radiators, they do to a sufficiently good Approximation that it is useful to view stars as approximate blackbody radiators. Let us now understand the concept of blackbody. All materials above absolute 0, minus 273.14 degrees temperature emit radiation. If you look at two different kinds of material, each at the same temperature, you will find that the radiation being emitted by them is different. This led physicists to invent the perfect emitter, known as a blackbody, which emits the maximum amount of radiation at each wavelength. Although some materials come very close to being perfect emitters in some wavelength ranges, no real materials are a perfect blackbody. Fortunately, the radiation inside a cavity whose walls are thick enough to prevent any radiation from passing directly through them can be shown to be the radiation that would be emitted by a blackbody, Fig. 1.5. By observing the radiation inside the cavities, physicists knew the empirical relationship between blackbody radiation and the two variables on which it depends, i.e. temperature and wavelength. Look at the screen. Fig. 1.5, illustration showing concept of a blackbody. Radiation passing through the small cavity is completely absorbed in a blackbody. We will now discuss the fundamental laws of radiation which are important for understanding EMR and more relevant to remote sensing. Planck made the revolutionary assumption that an oscillating atom in the wall of a cavity can exchange energy with the radiation field inside a cavity only in discrete bundles called quanta or photon. He defined a constant, h, to relate frequency, I, to radiant energy, q, as given below. Q equals high, where Q equals radiant energy, I equals frequency, and h is known as Planck's constant. With this assumption, he showed that the radiation being emitted by a blackbody is given by Planck's radiation law, which governs the intensity of radiation emitted by unit surface area into a fixed direction, i.e. solid angle, from the blackbody as a function of wavelength for a fixed temperature. 1.5.2 The Wien and Stefan Boltzmann laws. The behavior of blackbody radiation is described by the Planck's law. From the Planck's law, one can derive two other radiation laws, i.e. the Stefan Boltzmann law and the Wien's displacement law. These two laws illustrated below are very important in remote sensing to understand characteristics of EMR. The Wien's displacement law gives the wavelength of the peak of the radiation distribution, while the Stefan Boltzmann law gives the total energy being emitted at all wavelengths by the blackbody, which is the area under the Planck's law curve. Thus, the Wien's law explains the shift of the peak to shorter wavelengths as the temperature increases, while the Stefan Boltzmann law explains the growth in the height of the curve as the temperature increases. Notice that this growth is very large, since it varies as the fourth power of the temperature. 1.5.3 Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff, a physicist, demonstrated in 1860 that a body acts as a perfect blackbody if the sides of the body are maintained at a constant absolute temperature. Temperature of blackbody, a very small hole in comparison to the dimensions of the body, is made in the body itself. 1.6 Summary. In the present unit you have studied that remote sensing is an art and science of obtaining information about objects from a distance. Remote sensing, which started with the understanding of optics, has now led to the development of multispectral, hyperspectral and microwave remote sensing. Satellites. Remote sensing processes include energy source or illumination, radiation and its interaction with the atmosphere, interaction with the target, recording of energy by the sensor, transmission, reception and processing, interpretation, analysis and application. EMR is of primary interest in remote sensing. Sun is the most important source of EMR and the full moon is the next strong source of EMR. Models of light were divided into two groups, i.e. particle model and wave model. In EMR, the electric and magnetic fields are always perpendicular to the direction of travel of the wave. The range of frequencies of EMR is known as electromagnetic spectrum and covers the wavelength from 10 to 12 to 104 m, 1020 to 104 Hz. Kirchhoff's radiation law regulates the relationship among the coefficients of reflection, transmission, absorption and emission. Planck's radiation law defines the behavior of the energy emitted by a surface as a function of wavelength and temperature. Stefan Boltzmann's radiation law furnishes the total quantity of energy emitted by a surface calculated on the whole electromagnetic spectrum for any temperature. Wien's displacement law points out the wavelength value in correspondence with the maximum electromagnetic emission at a defined temperature. Thank you.